Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Dialogue with the Youth so on Gunjur Online TV. Once again, I welcome all of you across the globe and especially those from the Gambia. Another interesting program is online today, and we're going to discuss issues, current affairs in the Gambia. This is going to be very, very, very important because we have a young man who is naturally talented and highly educated, but he has a good experience, internationally. And for him to come here and share, we are honored for him to come here and share his experiences, and to discuss about the potentials of the region that he came from. We're not being regional here, but Gambia, we can discuss anywhere. Most often we talk, extensively about combos and combo, the potential of combo. But we have another region, with potentially, when that region is tapped into, probably some of the things, the ills of the country might be addressed. So this is a discussion. We're going to allow our guests, to come and share with us his views and potentially the inauguration, the winning of the president, what that means for that region and what the young people of that region expect from the president, the whole Gambia, but definitely anywhere in the Gambia. Once again, we welcome our brother, Assan Jaiteh. Assan, welcome to Dialogue with the Youth so on Gunjur Online.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, brother Ebrima. I'm glad, I'm delighted, I'm happy to share this platform with you. And thank you once again for inviting me. Like you rightly mentioned, my name is Assan Jaiteh. Hail from Basse, Upper River region, and currently reside in United Kingdom, Leeds. But also, like we discussed before, we could do this in either languages or we can carry on in English. But I think for the benefit of our listeners, because probably majority of our listeners will be those from the Gambia, we can dive into our local dialects.
Yeah, Assan, that's crucial, really. Min kela drong mbadi ngolembe mobe tentula mbali jayila mbali bisimulaila na platform oto ka programo min kato programo nyinto mo dialogue with the youth soleti wala mo nim funding kel ka singa kacha bawo ni ajibe funding ke kundasi ya baba ta Gambia le womu kule temi ya lonko puru niye kacha nga nyo fahamu ndi nga kuol kacha nyin kacha kumaya ta baba bakele bawo ne ko gunjur online mol kamera platform mo gunjur da mare di bar no atolo woti bar Gambia belum bari most of the time ka kombole kacha baba bakele ni be ku fola ka ke kombole bar do bije ninga region dol fananta nga wolta nge kacha nga jibe potential min bije so that in say long wo regional be jadile so that leaders will fanang hakilo se muru woldulale kam isa jibe wodulalu mum potentials le bije probably internal migration me along overcrowding mimbe combo might be will be reduced lale and there is no place be in semin kachano minta bita basela bawo base regional me along katanya atemu second capital leta nyanta kela woleti in the Gambia nga most of min bondita je and luckily president of anam bondita war regional to not he has to be biased but dula Gambia nyanta develop lale and ba congratulate la ba election win and hela ya swear in the fanam bari doko babulo mi yalon ka siata baba bake especially ka Gambia ta ka development or diversify wala mu na nyato ta pour ka janjandi banko mu me bela isaji banko dulal si fangol soto mio min so soto no combo o min dasta je wo so soto no karadola in terms of lobitan kendol in terms of funding kel do ko le nin kujama ando nyin dula do mi mu baseti ala potential waratal wala mu fenti mi yalon ka sa dilo banko la in terms of na fankoto, in terms of na julayalito, in terms of kujama jama. Aning I diversity min bije sifa bebe nyo kam ika mo kilinja si kanjamale moy mimbe na wo folanya jang womun na brother Assan. Brother Assan is very humble amala qualification of mole, but he is highly educated. I have a first degree sotole and no manya na malula wala because work a role model lo mi timini alon ko ne achievement ka modo inspire le pour wo fana wo achievement can only be good, it cannot be bad. So for that being the case, a first degree soto la master's degree soto, but this is somebody me along I service and experience with the British Army adunta wo fananto, and I some experience also in the police also. So nying is a young man, me along ko dinding olomati, with maturity and many other things. We can take a lot from our experience so transfer no so that other people can emulate a fantastic achievement or means. Once again, brother Assan, tell us about yourself. Nibondi da what and tell us about Basse. You ask yourself, Iko Facebook what is in your mind? You said Basse is in your mind. Why Basse is in your mind? Not only Mondi Daje, but Mina Basse specialized. Mina Basse is so special to you. So much so that is only Basse in your mind all the time. Go ahead.
Abarakabake, thank you very much, Ebrima. Coming up for rek. Ntetum Assan leti, Assan Jaiteh, mbota Basele, URR. Dengan na dindiya beke Basele. Ganna primary school and in the secondary school and the high school beke Basele for 2001. Kabin jitale nata combo. Combo for BJ for about 2003, 4. Muta Kotem Basse after 2005 finally, nata UK. And then while in the UK, Ndara College, 1 year. From there, 2006, joined the army. 6 years ke army, ngabang 2012. So coming up in 2012, bimu hamoti no wolong kata karang. Come rek for ninke wole nadija. But yalo rek dimba ani other commitment. So wokura push la for finally 2017, kabring change of government sort Ndara Gambia. So akedam fe coming ko hamomi embondi Gambia 2005 or ham making wala mutanka to go and educate myself so that I can better serve my community, because itela community serve nola ni man karang ni hakilo ma yirwa. So nada jang ko deke enroll to university, lead packet university, ngana konko ki bachelor's ki je in international relations and peace, and kabingo bang while mo batungkang me doko batungkang doko me anako kabimba bankang mo doko wale in tap, which is West Yorkshire Police. Mo batungkang wala after mela onim pandemic dunda nyoko non konfaye kwa madungan na masters ke. So nganda masters be banna tumo mina rek the police opportunity came back again. So I joined the police, which was brief, because coming joined the Jengana training care, but after Nara Jekoda, this is not something for me anymore. So Ngabula in this December. So that is briefly Assan from Basse to UK to education to where we are today. But also Yeninka Basela, Basse Basse is the second capital of the country. And then is in the eastern part of the country. And Mojama Bije, Niko Basere, the first thing that comes to your mind, the Fatanga, Akaditale. But that is because, near Gambia geography, Nikabo Kombo, Fankaso Bala, the Moikata, the Moika Kando Ma, Wefuta Basse, the Neta Willingaranyol, Tambakunda, Mali. That is how you go to approach the desert. So, Lanandi, the more you go, the hotter it becomes. But also, Basela potential is, is a border town. Basse is a border town. Few hours, even the beginning Conakry, few hours, even Malikai. Ivory Coast not very far. Sierra Leone, Liberia. So ni mall, ngani mall minfanamfwe. Ibe yela representatives of Basele. You have all of them in Basse. Basse is a diverse community. All this sub-region, Bendala J, ila mall bi jele, and we made a jele. Ntol ni wol dol kulutare nyokande ntol ngel tara jele na parents liye jia fa la bon itol fa nate fan sun blan soto iketa je molti e dingol soto ni wol dingol tara nyokara mondo fa say wol nana ke molti mil fa la dingol so ba jala ko parce ni ba parce ke multilinguist konkolti you speak Mandinka, Wolof, Fula, and it's Rahule, so business wise there is a lot of potentials in Basse when it comes to business, because the link between Basse and in this sub-region, business wise, I can't put a new in this weekly local lumol ka create molkata ka ponkoke. But also for the Basse Jibe, before around in the 80s, late 80s, Basse have two fonko processing agricultural processing fonko be alan ko like the GPMB groundnut marketing board la fonko mbi mi alan ko ka tiol be na de jele. But also you have GAMCOT, Gambia Cotton Processing Fonko Family. So these two institutions tereto kono akatinan le baseka vibrant, when people bring their cotton, when people bring their groundnuts, marshonial wafu, marshoto, people going to buy stuff, sato kadia. So base is anu is sad, is shame. Those things we've lost those things, and then reviving those things, will bring back, that lost trait. Me along, more loose tala, because of that.
Yeah, Assan baraka baba ke nyimin fa kuma ya ta baba ba kele mbe na jiberal be dawda mbe be kontona mfango do ma lamin jamme mbe welcome na programme to anina muso awature kinte ening apply falaiti fananko hello and good day, thank you all for that, and and Modu Samba also said the ambassador was a very interesting topic, and this is very, very important, because most often dobje nimbe Gambia for kamera combo da malum Gambia and everybody is flogging to go to combo. I asabu tensional height in terms of the mega resources mimbije land nimfengol. But we have fantastic places all over the place, and Ninkacha is purposely put development or diversify. President Obondita Wodulala, and once again, he was inaugurated. Congratulations to that. Sign Benyatili in the development and Gambia development or diversify nyadi. And when you mean for trade is so important. And Basela location or in terms of trade, in terms of business, and in transportation or tire extrapolate, extend to those areas. Model, it's a sino basela for Ekanado, Gola Bricama, say from an internal fenkata, will be income generations, Nimfangoleti Assan. So the government nunto minibije the agricultural processing plants minibije I think all the other employment sectors all minibije put youth employment where asable wo wato mon man like a book combo kata base what do base call for bukata combo call limita dan kafon na mole min start base abuka na say na they stay there but they have a source of income, their employment, and in more openness to them, and then they have access to market, and that is so important here. Many things, So we'll lose that for some reason. How can we get that back? So that the youth employment will create. So the whole region of Fanang, can conquer command minna because airport only fendo nyanta kala jele momin nyanta tala base manyana jila you dom wonyanta tala like somewhere in base but I as a distribute you are dula jamale. Go ahead, Assan.
Yeah, airport maja, in 1992, yeah, try to look at airport expand to base. But winning galo delays for 94 data, ko be dunda nyamo kono. But you are right. Base nyanta fansu airport also there. And some of us, instead of Kajiban Yundum, you would have gone straight to Base. Right? But also, Niajibe ndola previous mansakunda emol fail minna. Wolonko. Base until President Barrow ni fonko kije ni college kije. Base have no institution beyond high school. So ni mobe kata kombo is near high school bang ibe mona kala ni lafte la karon kafula fo eta Brikama College o eta University Gambia o eta MDI o eta fonko. So ba jela ko 90% of those rural kids will make up on Base kata kombo, they don't come back. Yadi. So wol ni la karon bang ika do ko pi kombole ila family ne traje deto eke the next minute the next phone ko ka mi la wolon ko kornasa. So wala na natol gunjur kol ni tujeren kol ni jambanjeren kol fenting ya lakeno betal bul simply because of this rural urban migration, because there is nothing in the rural areas that will encourage them to go and stay there, because momo ya lakana mo barre ga tata kombo o kaje lo mu nyaato talti ila mo le fon ke president de kamune sijan fo ham mo tetela so baje la ko when we have these institutions in these areas, right, abe ñil retain la jele ibaje la mo be karam mu banna abita college comme ça enteng this program bad mil bi jete ye kara mo bang Nasir and St. George's and other schools is ita base je bela college o kanje no le abanje no they can pick jobs in base or yeta do ko elsewhere in the region but nyaji be no from URR CRR LRR ni molbe migrate to Kombo yaje so ni nyel tara Kombo kol mi alon ko kana do ko la base yaje there is a time they use ko base nyami jodo le bije nyami jodo fulaka on wolong adomo e si you know there is not like ni nyami jodo bije ntete bola base because ndewlu radio but mi mu keso di wolong ko base dingol be kata kombole ni ñi lol na day sita je right the place is so open for them right itebe kombo be do ko la kombo you paying fare from let's say Gunjur to Banjul going to work but now they take you to Basse you have free accommodation free electricity you don't even need transport because it's a walking distance to your job and on top of that for ni binakang is ñol delay tubañol delay fonkol delay so you will feel so comfortable to a point that ni ko be transfer fa ibugala fi so ibajala ko it's like an exchange but Nkol went to Combo to search for education and Fonko never come back ni Combo ni other regions will mean that they feel so comfortable being there isitaji that is the exchange and how do we not stop that but how do we enhance that the way to enhance that is to build institutions in Baseñol kata CRR ñol ninga institutional build je ila dingol mi alon ko tani institutional to they can work in those institutions.
Yeah, thank you, Assan. And near implication balle soto, when funding kill can migrate and leave their hometown, big impact on the region because the region befala wala nyama because funding kill the engine of the growth. They have to be there. And in Kebal Tata, funding kill beta, among always, okay, ikafonka kodo da maleki. This is even we can see that hand migrant community. Nina kodo damma because you have to have people who are there many along dula organize la ibekela role model team in terms of the young women they need to sit with them and because ni migrate a combo there is every chance ko ila musobe bondi la kombole mol mi yala ko ye to base wolito the impact will be high on them in terms of marriage in terms of productivity in terms of many things farming generally and agriculture so dula be fala gradually so nyimu discussion so that leaders will mean kana and the president bondide and he started good there. I believe all the institutions me along ko be Banjul inyanta sister institutions total of that nature in places like Basse is the second capital pour development diversify and then one thing the diversity in Basse I think Gambia can learn a lot from that. And I think a lot of people, all over the country, if that can be a policy, government nyanta makes so more 1 or 2 or 3 local languages or for no. It will be fantastic for our country. But more when say there is every chance Ntenga can speak at least 2 languages or 3 different languages. Well, it's always good because within the same Gambia, we are communicating and we cannot understand that each other because bonding tema you can talk in English but you cannot talk to your Fula brother or your Mandinka brother or your Wolof brother and all those things. Problem in Damali tema. So tell us about that diversity in Basse and the harmony within tribes. They are so intermarried because Gambia maladula interwoven in terms of relationship than the Gambia. So tell us, what we can learn from Basse. Thank you.
What the rest of the country can learn from Basse is, the tolerance,
yes.
The diversity. O diversity ni mune o sa bolon tolerance tin dolla kebal time ko min dolla su different nationalities min jitan na su yalo ibe menkang you are probably sharing house with a Liberian or a Malian or a Sahule or a Mandinka so anung alla playground and you make a plaything, here you have your Fula brother, here you have your Mandinka brother, here you have your Wolof brother. So school, Marcelto, Bidikolto, communication. So everything about Basse is not dominated by one tribe. Basse is equally shared by all these tribes. Because Nesara Ulola side, my Kama Sara Ulola be URR. Right? Because it only massive settlements on Lesotho ila phone call to mi yalonko ida malle katraje, but when they're doing trade, they all their trade and ila phone call be ka basel. So base advantage killing finance is the all of URR be, you know, ibela address on basel. You guarantee be, you know, you meet with somebody from URR in Leeds. Ya nyini kai bota mindo la wafale bota basel. So hence why people think Base is so massive, or Base is like no, Base is a town, but all these other villages, satellite villages, you know, yeah. So all of them have representation in Base because Niman Bidiko Sodoje, ibe Korda Sodola, ibe extended family Sodola, Mia Korda Sodoje. So all their commerce and informco, right? Ikanake Basile. Okay. Sante min fana yogena tala domandi wolonko. These bridges and in these roads that have been built in these last 3 years. Yaje Base to Fatoto, you know, it's 42 kilometers, right? It should take you 25 minutes. But believe in me, before 2016, Akamolta 2 hours, 3 hours to get to Fatoto, right? So, ni haju kolote bulu mialonko haju koliata pake purukana Base. Itina, right? But now people can molkabo Fatotole, ikana Marcel Base, ye muru yeta konton. And the same is for Baku, the bridge. So imagine like, you know, that little development, me along, you know, people, a lot of people frown on Kafoko silo manke development. You know, niti amla silo manke development. Silo le betebul. Yani silo betebul tete mila silo. But silo te mimbulo ba mila silo development because neo silo kai wala kujamala sonean. So silo alone has brought that link, that trade link. Agena kafule, but also I say in terms of Presola Basekang, you know, I often am talal domani because all these people can now go back and forward, not just come and stay. So one mukula to me along, you know, e base dema bakele, you know. But there are also a lot of things, me along, you know, Base is so strategically located and is so important to Gambia is, you know, last time I saw a phone call a plan that government want to do, like a Base, a dry port low Base. You know, when they do that, not only will they ease trade, you know, for Fonco, but also that will create a lot of employment and engagement for the youths of the region. Yeah, because like I say, it's only few hours to all these countries, right? And all these countries, it cannot basel trade la than even trading among themselves, because for some reason, you know, ntolala sukuro ne sukuro jibe, you know, sukuro is easy to get from Gambia than Senegal, and Senegal sukuro dokule. So for some reason we're doing well when in terms of Osifa. Why can't we just harness that now increase? It's that, you know, when we put those things into volumes, not only will it, you know, help the regional Fongo, but also it will create employment and engagement for the youths. Me alonko, you know, you know, back wele. So there are a lot of things me alonko, you know, when you put them together, akakuja mala stop. But this is what subsequent governments are not doing. They did not do. And this is something that this government has started, but they haven't gone further with it yet.
Yeah, Assan, thank you. Mbe mol be control na mini be jibe rola endo mo is cultural Janneh afana be control na ko nyum topic ko kumaya ta baba ba kele no fangola brother again Lamin Jammeh DJ Ga ako ka ate ka full speak very well, even though about abe gunjurule, you know, and my own brother also is here, Babukar Gobigjo Jallo, and then Lamin, you know, say decentralization is the key according to Babukar Jallo, you know, and this is very important. I remember my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, Mfafa, you know, walmu traders all let in Base that time, you know, because Kujama Beka Kabwasele, Kabondije Kasamba colonial masters ole in Banjul and all those things. And he, you know, through that, you know, intermarried, because what to communication or the bafanan silo nying kakulungo use ka travel wonder welka wala use wato and wafanan jiba what's the money mean generate no in terms of tourism. Ninda as an you know you are talking about policy here. Definitely, the whole purpose is probably some of the mistakes the previous government we want this other governments can now mistake, okay? Well, they can, because sometimes it's a leadership you have a lot of other things. But in them priority let me along important because I have preso talala coming biri nyim bridge wol nin silo da preso talata base kanyami ne base wol da preso be talala banjon ni sere kunda wol ni Bruce B wol ka wol nyama and we yebim for the wrong coming in dry port also youth employment of anambinala wol. So my grandparents through that, from Banjul Wowa to Akata Wodula, and he met my grandmother there, who is from Kosemar. So this is what is. So what GC learning can be developed so that funding is muri la bankol can need talents with the experiences share with their people. And Nendara Numbao a Basse is just a stone throw from all these places. Mali, Walto, Senegal, Guinea, Walito, Senegal, Walto. It's a massive tax generation, Assan. Ni Walinada Nampur cannot trade like the government can do a lot from that. And Dole might be the border from Crossland and Lopitan also. If we have a very good hospitals there and in school and in people. So it's endless. So the whole purpose is what you are saying, new policy, that's what you are discussing. And I hope, President Obondita Jelota win Tafanam. And I know Balo Basse is in his heart, he's going to be, but not only Basse, it's about the Gambia. So I only hope coming Ibela Moike Telale in terms of info so that they can put them on table, you continue the developments in order to preso tala in every department. Definitely for some of those areas, like it's our second capital, it needs to be developed. So Kumaya Tababa Bakele, once again, Bading Olympian discourse Kanjang, Wolomu, bear with us because we have a lot of topics to discuss along the way. Ntebe Bandan also, but we have to start from this because most of the time, all the online platform will pay a center combo all the time. For Dobie Kabina combo the Malon Gambia. And the Dobie Woka Minke. More than bijang hanni after invest in Basse because of our combo. It gets into their shaiki ko it leave la no dulato na mange combo. You can bunken lo millionaire jibe probably in terms of subol, in terms of fenkol. Nka story limi mwe about Basse is just heartbreak. It's just heart melting. Sa imbika wol mwe because everybody kind of migrating. So what potential we need to redraw our things. We need to go back to those. Najiben some potential le tap no from region like Basse Mia Lonko, fantastic. You can get a lot. So Lamin so Basse can be the solution. Lamin Janneh, even Basse can have an international harbor or a shipping port. More are just contributing. Assan, tell us some of the things in terms of nature, in terms of environment, in terms of greenery, because there's a lot of potential woma fangola bere biol because ndenunga teaching ke jara ma fangola jara be mo berole. I know basi fanam berol betarra jele mi an all extract no was a no source of employment and probably in the sand mining fanan talano combo fanan kanne and environmental destruction or mimbe caring. Tell us about what potentials, the natural resources, Mimbe Basse and all those things. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Basela natural resources, started with the river. Like you said, the river transport back in the days. Maybe what on follow, Kulumon Lekananu. I don't know Kulumon, it comes with loads of things. Either tourists or passing call for me to come where we now can trade and go back and forward. I think for say fresh water, fresh water me along navigating it, not only navigating it, but also irrigation. Base irrigation also no me along time. The irrigation from pompol, ikela maxol di jele and to be finkan to be menkan minna. Ikela maxol di jele these things were here, but they are dead. So base nyol mafang ni laftaga Gambia la rice importation was solved, right? Base nyol mafang nyanta nyati na wala base ni siara le was share rice importation because it's a fresh water, year round you can be doing irrigation there Fonko. But also, when we come to other Fonko resources, which is like stones and other Fonko. Tumanna, Komanto, ya Jamaica ni whatever stones are coming mine, it can get through Kolkono straight to ports. from that particular place. Because black code enough. They start mining from there to ports. Not even Basen Coal don't even know. Whatever that is, and whatever that is Fonko, I feel cool. That should be looked into again. Because we'll stop Telekabi Yajame. Whatever Yajame is making from that, we need to look into that, now enhance go Sanya, right? Because whoever is minding that particular area need to benefit from that. Yeah. So imagine there are also other they have not been tapped. We don't even know they exist in Base. They could be there. Yeah. Like I said, these past two governments, you Base neglect left to a point you don't even know what you have in your region. Simply because, you don't even stay in your region. And most of these past two phone calls, Ibe minister soul, right? Majority of their ministers are from Basse. You wouldn't believe that, right? But I can start Wanyale. Even those ministers that are from Basse, Ibe nyatili Mbasela. Wani nata Basse, Sangole Keta, wala program wala is election time, wala, what I mean? You don't even see them. Within Basse, idingol menta kombole, mon mahani idingol lomva, niata ningal man katanyola as a family. Italo na fanyil nyum Basse kolle. So because of that neglect, from our own ministers, our own government-headed institution heads, right? It moved from URI to Combo. Even the resources that are within the region, because some of these resources you need to tap them to know you've got them. They are there, But now man can follow me before that sign minded that President Janneh was doing there. And then you river Funko, Probably there is not much I can tell you because obviously, the things that should be tapped, tapped. It's all lying there. Like you have a lot of or barrel could be used for building, like you said, as a Kombola Preso Talano. If we tap into that. Kenyol be Farol be we could use those things, but we're not tapping them. We're not tapping those resources because it's been neglected. It's been left there. Right. So Nimela resources all tap. Well, somebody else from somewhere else will come and tap it for you. And you can Chenny Sole because of Toleo Brijolo. Because of Brijolo, and then Chenny Sole Yatin down along of MBA. Right? MBA. So sign that is where we need to look into, the resources that are in these regions. Me alone, we can, because near for Gambia and the car for the Gambia, because more resources paid than that low. Right. More resources paid than low. Resources man than low, resources Jamal Mobile me alone control for my long. Because Mukata.
Yeah, Baraka Baki Assan, once again, we have our one of our young and dynamic intellectuals, discussing about current affairs, but we've been very, very biased, the online and the commentators generally in the Gambia, because most of the time we talk about issues about Serekunda, Banjul, Bakau, and Combo now, and what that does is, people will be bombarded and their psyches will be fooled, with issues about Combo, and Combo is a hotspot. Everybody is focusing only on Combo. It doesn't matter whether that favors you, whether that will cause you at any length, you just want to go there. The other regions have been neglected seriously, two, because of we not marketing them to that extent. Now the whole purpose of our discussion today is to market, what is purported to be, our second capital, that is Basse. And once Basse is developed, that will ease pressure, a lot from all these congestions that we have in the capital area and Combo area. And the appreciation of land there and all those things can be tapped, can be reduced. So one way to do that, what we can do in our quarter is to create dialogue so that we can market these regions, that people can see the potential of that region, so that the political leaders, our business people can know there are potentials in this region so that they can go and invest there and see what they can get there. As a new kumaya, they mean for new irrigation because nearly over 70% of Namano Kamindo, Gambia is a rice place, Kamano, the Mobaba Bakel, Wobe Kabondi Janel. Ninga wo is no any irrigation no any fresh water tap no. We can significantly reduce the amount of rice in Binamin and the price will go down by force, follow to near CRR, because I remember YBK, Yorabel Kunda, Makati, Mano, we can do those things, and when this place has a massive potential and the river transport, because somebody was telling me, akonye ko kulungo sa me ya lon ka travel from base aka jiota akataba nyuna ka goal sambaje akonye you will easily make money so nyimbu investment opportunity le for na mini kodoli so de sembo so it's not all about moto sandoron ka second hand moto san kiki do be kulungo van can be easy Holland and all those things is all kulungo ta afuta nyaje might be probably but once you also there's a cargo develop knowledge and it will be cheaper. So inside in terms of it. So Basi is fantastic. Unfortunately, even though my grandparents are from Kosemar, but the opportunity me along Kabenin Dulato. And the whole purpose of this, can the current government wodole mean ke puritel ke tol hakilo bulan. Ye development no mean start puri start ya continue wodulata I decentralized demanding. It all found be benefit from mean probably a bit overwhelmed and when you mean for the Chinese all they know. It started out they can survey it be land balance and ye dula lom potentially mean be wodulato. Nim tolmantanga invest je. Na rich people and all those things. Probably these people will go and we need that for a settle the dulalita, ordinary people be mobe borita, then they will go investment okay and complain so what I look important ababa kele Modu Samba says thank you, Assan. It is important to discuss decentralization of institutions for national development. And Kadi said, we only hope that the government will do the right thing this time around for the youths of the country. A good system that works. Fantastic, Assan.
So, yeah, Kadilo point. I want to talk about Kadilo point and Sambalo decentralized. Kadilo point, with government doing the right thing. I think what really distract President Barola force 5 years is we all know the distraction around it. With these 3 years, I'm still 3 years, no, I'm still 5 years late with this problem with UDP and Abuja Fonko. But now, you cannot use that as an excuse, right? Saying he has a mandate, right? 53% of the population say, hey, we are happy with what you did, what you start, we want you to continue, right? Now the works to start from today. Yesterday it's been inaugurated, Bidoko Westadla. And Wodoko, like I can be biased, because I want Basse to catch up. Not like Basse but Basse catch up. Because Nyajibe, Mazakundala negleto. Wala na rifa hani Basse famo Basse la institution mi alon ko Marsa Basse la ko wala wonon mala area consulti. Wol fana ye bulo muta bakele. I can put it that way. Ye bulo muta bakele because Nyajibe, these people don't come up with anything. Me along ko, it will entice others. They don't engage the businessmen. They don't near combo jibe, Basenko the successful businessman on the bas combo. Near jibe, I can tell you, there is a big percentage of Basenko J, like Basil Jawaranyon, Sanku Silanyon, right? Alaji Monmusa Njanyon. These are all from Basse, right? Kata Lakotoke do Vije Fulakotoke Lekafa Koto Mamadunyon, right? These people are important, right? But why would you not engage these people, right? As area council, why would you not engage these people? Look, I told the combo in thank you, you're doing well, but why don't you extend it here? Come, we work. Melandi lala, nalafta fonko factory lolaja, right? We'll give you a land. No, not a new factory loji, right? Guess what? Youth solely employed. The area council will get revenue, right? So Sato people will get income, right? So ibaji wale kafungu bari ni mall sita wonya itala interest bemu you go to work, you get paid, you come back. Ite tra do ko la 5 years. Imo dula develop no fang, imo dula samba no fang do man ni fang. Huh? And this is what these rural area councils, are playing with us for the past whatever years. Because you see that for all these years, if you can mirror anything that me around all they think is, is go to work, get their pay, or get whatever they can, and then from good be there. Itejela ye fenne kiriye mi initiate le mi around ko. If I work ni do kule kija. So it's a big problem. When you have people who are not, thinking outside the box, to entice people. More invite na do work region. The whole of URR, Molanga area council cleanness. And every day of the week, there is this weekly market or lumo. The amount of money collected in those lumos is just unbelievable. But there is nothing that these councils can show off. There is nothing, absolutely nothing for the past 52 years. Yeah, when we're talking about Gambia, if you start with Basse, man,
yeah, me koma bakele. Once again, bajunkung man call facility sotobi we will provide that next week, so that people can have opportunity to call, and so we will do that again, number minka use for calling. War number what a problem or less so on the call tala no be. I'm very, very sorry about that. Probably next time when brother Assan Binalam, those some other people can join in the platform so that we can have a little bit of debate, but being the intention is, just a dialogue create. Can you bow sign coming as a name for, the excuses are no more there, leadership, they can reform the local governments. It's a GBS, it's a more power deal and it's a decentralization, but do be any infrastructure that are done because near GB Brufutu Walling in Kamini Command, Mariama Kunda Walling in different places, almost they are all less than 10 years, even 10 years back. But very infrastructural development, people just pump in. So these are some of the things me government be mean want them to develop the infrastructure. Work more attract, especially the investors, because investors only say that they are going to go there. Few years ago, Gunjuru will become electricity la because Barsa and Indeda Gunjurum had a holiday for because I have everything there. I have water there, I have electricity there. I don't even want to go to Serekunda. You have to drag me from Gunjur to go to Serekunda, So near Wolkejedro, and now you have the jar oils, you have essential roll beyella. I went there, restaurants are opening in Gunjur now, fancy restaurants. Anyway, Sabine Cole will not like that actually.
Ninata Adora Taikunda for Jaoil. Jaoil, not that he's from Basse, but ala Kobe starter Basele. Right? So that guy, what he's doing in Basse, I think if he's encouraged more, right, he will do more. Because like you are saying, Isansero Bele can Isansero Yele Gunjur, right? Just Isansero start Basele. Right? But also, this guy has a huge amount of money with him. Mialonko, is floating around within his business, right? So cemento ponko plan, cemento natle aya process, aya baggage, I think, this guy need to be encouraged. This guy need to be encouraged, to do more, or even if you want to do more, slow a lie. But quite often, if they cannot have anything from you, they block you. Right? They block you. Because Jawel, I learned, I play sort of place back at our Wakabe factory, and this was like some 8 years ago, right? Why that didn't materialize, it could be anybody's guess, right? Because if they cannot have anything from you, they block you.
Yes, another program, Lundo, next week, Nina, we will talk about corruption. But before Bitala 1 minute break, but Bajun could not technician all California and say link in so that is audio call can online. If that's possible, they will do that. But Assan, we are going to go for a 1 minute break so that Nina, dialogue with the youth, so Kachalo. So then it's a new challenge. So then the banko start forward. Definitely, education so that we need to go home. Contribute. Not only somebody will look up to you. I have EB first degree I want to be a first degree because in the graduation in the Gambia College, I was so impressed with the ceremony in Gambia College, and I did. So we want to have role models. Many Alonko is successful to be there, not only to go for holidays and come back. In our king we need to press the reset button for national development. No more excuse. Thank you. And Alaji Ebrima says interesting Fangdoma and Sidi Janneh, one Imam Sidi Ali. If everyone does not abide by their duties, life will turn into hell. Thank you for the program. 1 minute break, so then with our advert land, we will come back. Stay tuned.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Janneh be continue the program wala refer back to brother Assan, mfawala intellectual and in a friend Kevanua. Great initiative, my friend Ibi. Well done, Assan. Keep it up. Thank you so much, everybody. The whole issue, so that the ideas will put together and coming, brother Assan here for Nyaming, the government comes now, mandate 53%. No excuse and all those things, Puruka development or so that in base I just want to enjoy that environment. I want to share the little that I have with my country, and I want Bankumanyana, Satemanyana Tulakoma and Odulato. And the starting point should be places like Basse. One day I will the other region Fanami along Badibu region, or I will have somebody to come and discuss those things also. The potential for those places. The tourism link and so create Nonya so that tourists will kanata ye cocoon into the tourist development area in Kombol Damma. When we have fantastic places, along eco-tourism skanke, and that money will go the poor, in tourism they call it, where the money will go directly to the poor people. Money along say Dulad that it bad watching places like Basse Walto, other areas many along na historical places but tourists are always cocoon in coming out for Yamin in Kombodama in the hotel store. And tourists all sometimes some of them just want to go into the public. They want to go to the poor people in the life share and this along money to trick down to investors or me along probably Monkey Gambia knowledge the money will go into fly back to Europe or other countries, but this money will go into directly into the poor people. They will mix with them and that's how it is. So a region be more time to time discuss about these issues. No regional la potential fananta nga jiben se minkeno isaje dobije ntami ya lon ko probably mbondita badibule mtafo okay why can't nga gadino start badibu mfana nga jibe gadino mi an ko mbembi lan mi nyine yes han nga nakorda so je baden sitano nga gadin balo fananto nga kolon kendo sinje musole gadino en fen ko le nyinkeje ye jibon nim fen wol keje potentially we can do before anything else. So the whole idea is to create dialogue. In essence, we are going to be ambassadors from the region that we come from, market also within ourselves, because marketing is too powerful. And we need to do these things. But in the combo market, everybody is running there, even though, so saying market once again, brother Assan. Welcome back. Coming misal in Fenia GB Gambia, sometimes we inflate these things in terms of diversity is our wealth. It's our wealth. But sometimes near be arguable lenka for Gambia. I think we inflate, especially the leaders and especially the people many along with what cover tribal issues and tribal issues. But more min kanyo mare, more min kanyo bade, more min katanyo ya. So sometimes na manke the economics ni ya along with nyanta cool beef of la puru mobe na farin. So you wonder, namuso mu manding quality. How can I hate manding quality? For example, so sometimes people just carry away. Yes, that they a bigot sort of jail, many along generally, well, because they cannot see beyond their notes. But generally, in a certain style, actually, na manke more la selfish interest. You just want to see no, these things is not there. Sometimes people talk, understand. So Ning is important, and Base is crucial to that. That's it, because most people are BLBJ. It's a melting pot of tribes, it's a melting pot of people who are there to do businesses. And then Sadio Nisol in Fenkol, follow to Kapo Base Nisol Nati, that day at wallet and all those things. We can develop those things and create a lot of employment. Assan, what do you see about that in terms of animal husbandry, in terms of meat productions and all those things from that region, especially in Base, another environment?
That is true. In fact, well, in the early days, recognize this livestock, in Basse, is supplying the supply chain. Minkana combo. I can start from Basse. So a veterinary lodge, veterinary mialonko, will enhance the livestock zone. Even Jawara, in Alabuko do Karaba, you can see, what he wrote about Basse. Because he was posted there, in the late 50s, So Niagibe, that livestock, you are right. We can enhance that. Saying the unfortunate thing is, instead of Gilepo Basse, they're coming from Senegal. Because that livestock enhancement is no more there, right? Over the years, like this urban migration, rural urban migration, has taken a toll on virtually every sector of our economy. Right? From farming to other form of trade, to education, to intellectualism, everything that you think about, Mialonko Anyantaka regional Samba, Anyantaka Banco Samba, has all been shifted from Basse to Combo. Right. And like many other communities in Basse, but now you go there, na cannot let enter into compounds, right? But also not only that, some of them have just been left there, abandoned there, because there is nobody to do summer anymore. That has also put a pressure on many families. Me along kono ika nyole ke simauti futo bi ne futo ke simauti sama e manoke yalo ka manan sango talale bi somanda e monoke daso moti yalo woka muru sango talale yaji. So all those things have now taken a toll in the rural area, not only Basse, but also in the entire rural area, because funding that ala funding ke either family lebe pusla or either family hammo lebat nan later, because everything that I knew that was working for Basse, when I was young, is not there anymore. Last week Nina Bodoka program, we grew up together, and sadly, Basse developed a journey. Sa mantraonya. Because cinema be numbasele. Street lights will be serial be funneling, you have a correct drainage system. All those things disappeared. Obey disappeared simply because of this migration. Yala ni molka migrate akakuja male tala, because yenjinin karo start with this animal funko livestock funko minate. Yeah. Migration only will be for her. Because ten URR and in CRR wala nyanta combo supply la livestock la ni manul ni fonko nyatra nu ko previous government yela homework right right? Building, expanding these things. Honeybee, when you continue, you will have generation of people coming there to work, or people from that region is staging work, if they are enticed to do that. If those things were developed to a point, CJ, right? But quite often, these places, these projects, you ain't pump about these projects, these animal husbandries, ni rice projects, ni horticulture in Fonko. You won't believe how much money goes into these things. But what happened is, elephant project, project ko launch, you tabiri balke, mole na fenke, and that's the end of it. The rest of the money goes wherever it wants to go. So wala nyim Fonko be far. So if I just say anything, ni banna salol and ñing fokol be alanko livestock nyanta is ajanta ka sono ya gameno because of the rural area. The land is there, the grass is there, the space is there, they could develop this thing. But no, what fana kata Senegal le kata sang ya nati ina wafu. How much do you think that will cost?
It will be difficult, really.
So these people need to look into all these things. Ninga nyimbe jube, we bring back these things. Ibajela ko na employment for create la, you should be engaged la. About then you start near jibe this bad way. This bad way, the region me along can affect back is URR. A URR affect back in terms of more military, but it had more milk for fathers local.
Yes.
Because almost every family in URR is affected by this. Hanimtol, including me, my own brother, passed in that phone call. Right. So Ibajela, if we have incentives in these regions, not only will they move to Combo, but they will not even dream of leaving their homeland to go to these dangerous journeys just to get to Europe. Right. So all the sign thing, do ko nyanta killer, development will be decentralized. In development will decentralized easily because ika preso bondi mol kan domandin. Right. The whole preso in Combo is as a result of the regions being neglected.
Yes, I agree. Assan, this is so important. Funding kill dobje ngani sol tuje ngana land wall tuje hanin ni sol is develop no like collateral to put access to loan in the bank. Pour bank so se loan deal se business will develop. Bari kana mira ko nying follow to kebali meta ni sifen kola wale meta sama dola le imam fen soto je. Some people will say that, and government need to try invest into these things. Yeah, so that is a mean bari time of kana bang nga 1 hour allocate some even though we can all nyawnya bari binamuru na janne time to time. And those who want to come to the program also, probably next time bajung kung komandila le purun say something about badibula area mum potential sifal le bije purun wol kacha, because I'm sita wol le to purun ajiben se mine keno puru kadulali market, might be somebody from Basse today will be thinking twice and say probably I can invest in the rice field manyana tulaje for the Chinese soliata for ne kukobe developed wokola lenyanta invest laje. Probably I need to invest in the cows so that somebody can have employment there, because ngajere jang ni minita mu ni solidi kakodo min soto jang so malumanya water jam I have a friend in Dorset minfa nearly 900 acres leba bulo kono ni solbe jurumo rabul woka ke wala balu bebe woda maleto, and he's only one man and he employ only one person, but woka kodo min soto is one of the richest people in those areas.
That is the irony. That is the irony. Nina tubaudu santon kolle kake koditiyolti villagers wala dim farman wala kake koditiyolti bali tanatulla Gambia santon kolle kake fuaroti adim farmali to kake fuaroti. You see, that is a misplaced of priorities. Instead of farmers will enhance, subsidize good subsidies la. Ngela produce all time enhance nga wafu ye kodosoto ye more employ ye tax yo mbukole. Instead we look low upon those people. We only go there when we have a project, when we have a workshop, right? And that workshop phone can to level milkataje workshop ko level only for them because they pay themselves works of bonuses and stuff.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
when these farmers comes, a stipend diga la puila paso. So it's like a cycle. Every year, the same thing.
Nin kodo mantara workshop into mobi kataji, but respond to Modu Samba. Samba is also, I also think it is important to cover corruptions and mismanagement of funds of these development policies to work. Definitely, wobe be na agenda kodole, but we're going to study from somewhere, and we are next time, ninga Assan Natanya, because you seriously, as I said, we're going to talk about those things anyway. So, as a program of time of la banta completely, saying, since, the region Basse overwhelmingly vote for the president, for example, if you are an ambassador for the people of Basse and somebody call you an ambassador, what do you want to see the government does? Or is a mean try no, because it's a no, that's impossible, especially within 5 years. If the president is listening to you today, that region, and then in terms of diversification, in terms of decentralization, what is your expectations for him to do in Basse within this short 5 years?
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Basse, if I, were President Barrow, what I will do, I start to bring the college there. The education is very important, right? Now education I decentralized. We have a university there. We have a technical institutions like GTTI, your Extend J, MDI, your Extend J, right? That will bring encourage lots of youths to go and educate themselves. And once they educate themselves, not all these people will need employment from the government. These people can be creative. These are the people who will go and create stuff, right? If all design, they become like designers, they become like entrepreneurs, they become like journalists and stuff. So bring education to these people, right? And secondly, health. Basse, for the past whatever years, Kabring Basse have long. Basse has never got a hospital. Basse bo wadli nyami. And Ninko Basse, I mean by the entire region. The entire region, right? These two things, yes, Silol saying, Alhamdulillah, we can take a break from that because Silol will think it. But these two things, health and education, that will be my target. Health and education, because when you bring education, when we educate our youths, they can think beyond, just voting for you because you are from the region. They will enhance you to that development after enough vote. And no. People will sit down and help you in that development. They become part of that development. It's not vote. Health has always been a problem. And now follow tag in the next 5 years. Because everything is gradual, right? Everything is gradual. Education and health. Now follow agriculture it has always been in the background. The money is there, the structures are there. All you need is a little bit of stimulation. But health and education is what we lack in the region. And that should be his target this time around.
Yeah, thank you.
Basse area council okay, engage your citizens. Engage your citizens, especially your citizens that have that have done well for themselves in terms of business. Combo. Engage them to come home and start investing home. When they start investing home, because Basse Dingol mi yalam from their indigenous Basse Dingol are not there. They all migrate to Combo to go and do business. Right. So yalam ni dunia nite singili modi dulato. Dole ka sindo kije. So that is how it works, But thank you very much, Ibrahim Abaraka for inviting me here and then to sell Basse to people who don't know Basse or people who hear Basse, but the only thing they hear about Basse is Basse Dafatanga, Basse Kanditale. No, that's not the case. Basemu a vibrant town leti, a vibrant region, one of the most strategically located region in the country, Mialonko, in terms of Kafutanyo Manning and Fonko, the rest of the region, Basemu leti. And in business, so when it comes to business, when it comes to education, intellectualism, when it comes to producing brilliant people, Base have it all. Base have it all. So Abarakabake, until next time, like you say, we can talk about, corruption and development and other stuff.
No, Assan, I agree with you. Near Cuba, healthcare system or GB are designed. Sometimes the medical school, for example, Sambasutu Koba, so ni after killer a doctor Tibota Banjun Lomu, near Mointitalaji, you have to go there. And you need adaptation or like a bonding create with the region. So you will know the place. But Molia along Quebe, the Serekunda, Imahani Birikama along Sakobase, so you had Nico postings model. They will not go there, Hanna Jarate, Yefonyo Titayalata, but net teaching college OKJ, it are 2 years KJ Karanta. You will see the potential of Basse, you will see the beauty of Basse, you will mix with the people and all those things. So government can do a lot. I only hope the president is listening to you, such an intelligent man, but a regional Taidam, so that some of these things this is not big thing to ask. And in so sometimes the development partners or the business people or some of the intellectual and quality or bije sa jibe mbel sembulo di nyola nyadi punu sen regional sembentu ya nyaming mfadanse sija, because I will be very happy. I love Gunjur a lot. I don't think I can sit anywhere other than Gunjur, but probably moldol min botabase will find they want equally near potential on infrastructure so il after see la basele la life for the rest of their life konteka happy Gunjuru nyaming. So they will not want to migrate. Kanasi Bruce B or Mariama Kunda Wolinim Femolito. Basse is better than those places. But near JB migrate because of Imam Femol Sotominia along with necessary in life, to their stand, especially education. So education. To reply for, and it should be president after development, it has to be education, and education. Abarakabaki Assan, we are so humble. We are so happy to see you here and discuss about the issues. Next time, Belaino try la yele, so that more can contribute. Or other region fanana mole, bol fanantalale. Mfambe ntenyinalo no musola wolo Mariama Juarati, akobase da mamanke is not only Basse, is everywhere in the Gambia. Yes, we are going to come there. And Alaji Ebrima Jaiteh, if the government don't empower farmers, much especially the rice and groundnut farmers, nothing will work. See, we have River Gambia hand, but what is the government using it for? Definitely the poor farmers are trying and once again, thank you to all our viewers. Mbalibe konto nambalte tulambal jaila. Nina viewers will be down that mean to contribute the program or you want to appear on Gunjur online, community radiolity, we want the community platform, we want to discuss issues all over the world. Just email us or drop us whatever, and we will take it from there. Once again, thank you to the manager and in the technical director. Tell them Mutamasingoto, Allah Baraka for next time, Nadia Talai next Wednesday. Thank you, Assan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ibrahim.